Hey, Wilmington here. So I'm watching a movie called The Right Kind of Wrong, and the message that it's giving is all the wrong messages you guys should never learn from or take heed of. So basically, the gist of the movie is this is just randomly on Hulu, right? It's called The Right Kind of Wrong. And so the story is there's a guy married to a woman, and he is very stagnant. He's afraid of heights. He's not willing to overextend himself based on his principles. He's not willing to do a bunch of things to progress his career forward, right? So his wife has been writing a blog called Why You Suck, which is all about why he sucks as a husband, right? And so she's like thinking he's going to read it. And he's like, I don't want to read it. So she decides to up and leave him and divorce him. So this dude randomly somehow ends up in front of a church one day as this other woman's getting married. And so this guy proceeds to hit on this woman after she's gotten married, and they kick him out of the wedding and they almost beat him up, but they decide not to, right? So this whole movie is this guy trying to win the affection of this married woman who, by the way, the guy she's married to, they try to make him be like he's a prick, like he's not deserving of this woman and all this stuff. All he does is they get married. The parents buy them a house to live in, and he treats her like royalty basically throughout the course of the movie. And then they try to show parts where he's being a bit overbearing about this guy hanging around his wife, mind you. And so they try to paint him out as like the bad guy or being, bad for wanting to tell his wife not to be around this guy. And I'm sitting here again, it's supposed to be a rom-com. It's supposed to be funny and enjoyable and jovial and stuff like that. But this whole movie is basically because this other dude is the protagonist of the movie. He's the one we're supposed to be cheering on. We're supposed to be cheering on this guy being able to show this girl why he's a better choice than her newfound husband, mind you, and why he should win the affections. This is how the story is painted, right? And so his ex-wife had left him and wrote a book based on the blog about why he sucks. And so he finally reads his ex-wife's stuff and realizes, oh, he could have been a better person, yada, yada, yada. He tries to get over his fear of heights for this new woman that he's, again, not married to. And it's just I'm sitting here I know what they're trying to do, but why are we cheering on a guy to come into a marriage where the other guy realistically is not doing anything wrong other than, oh, he's rich, he comes from money, oh, he doesn't understand the little man. We're supposed to be booing this rich guy that married this woman in hopes that he ends up getting with the wife. Spoiler, by the end of the movie, she decides to dump her husband because, we don't have the same things and you're all about your boys and hanging out and we don't have much in common. And then goes to this guy at the end. Why are we cheering this on? But why am I pointing this out to you guys? I'm pointing this out to you because this is the thing, right? Again, we're cheering this guy on because he's the protagonist. So I always tell you guys that we are the heroes in our own story. And the downside to that is that sometimes we can start thinking that all the things that we're doing are absolutely correct. They're justified. Yeah, sure, there might be a little moral ambiguity there, but we're doing it with pure intentions and we really want what we want. And we just know we can do better than this other guy. And so especially you guys that are so-called nice guys and you're like, oh, this girl that I want, she's with a bad boy. Oh, this guy that she's with, he's always quote unquote, not there for her. Oh, she's married to a guy, but she keeps saying she wants to leave him even though it's been 2 or 3 years and it hasn't happened. Oh my God, I should go in there and change things because I'm such a great guy and I'm better. You are not better. And if you're trying to steal a wife away from a husband, then you are no better, right? You are no better than the so-called bad boy or jerk that's out there. I just can't believe Hollywood continues to pump out movies where because the guy or the girl is the protagonist, it means that they have the full right to go in there and steal the spouse, somebody that they did vows to. We have the right to steal the spouse from somebody else because they really want the person, so we got to cheer for them. So one, be mindful of the messages that Hollywood is pointing out to you about relationships because they could very well be wrong and they could actually be immoral and to your detriment. But more importantly, guys, don't think that just because you have the desire for somebody and they're not available, that you have the moral high ground. That because you want them and you think you'll do better for them, that it's in your full right now to go after that person. There are too many single women out there that are readily available for love to go after somebody that is actually married or is in a long-term situationship or relationship, right? And more importantly, like I said, there's others out there, but you are not the good guy. Like, you're not. Like, you trying to go after somebody else's spouse, somebody else's whatever, you are not the good guy in that situation, all right? I don't care how much of the protagonist you are in your own story, that makes you the bad guy. So if you find yourself in a situation where you're, because I've had a lot of guys write me lately saying, hey, I've been dating this girl for 2 or 3 years and she was married to this guy and she won't leave him, but I still really love her. You're the bad guy in that story. Like in this story, if this was reversed, it'd be a story of this guy that moved this girl into his family to try to take care of her, only to find out that she's trying to, on the low, talk to this other guy. And yeah, we'd all be rooting for him. Like, oh, how dare he needs to get his wife back because this guy's a scumbag. But because it's being told from the scumbag's point of view, we're supposed to cheer for the scumbag. This is how we get badly trained into making dumb, stupid decisions in our dating lives, guys. So I just had to make a short rant about that because I'm just so pissed off at this movie. I watched the whole, it's like 14 minutes left. I'm just like, oh my God, they really pushed it to where he gets to end up with this woman simply because he's the better guy. Because yeah, he's poor. Sure, he's a dishwasher and the other guy comes from money. But you know what? Because he doesn't have money, he's better. Also, just a side note, we also have a lot of messages out there about how rich people equals evil. Guys, it is not bad to be rich. It's not bad to have a high-paying job. Yes, you will get more women if you have more money, but it's not about that. It's about the fact that you have the capacity and the potential to actually earn all that money and to think that you don't deserve it because, oh, I want to show that I'm not an evil person. Hollywood is making movies that show you that evil people always have money. Like, think about all the movies you've seen in the past where it's like, oh, the billionaire is going to try to take over the city and try to rule the world and try to whatever. Like, I don't know, billionaires in our real life, like, make Apple computers and, like, make TVs and make the world go around. But don't get into your head that it's bad to have money either. So just a bunch of bad messages in this movie, and I highly recommend that you get out of the headspace of thinking that it's okay to go after somebody else's whatever, even if you think you're justified in doing so. That's all I had to do for this rant. So hopefully you guys watched through this whole thing. Be sure to subscribe to this channel, like this video. Give me your thoughts down below about this whole situation and scenario. I'm just completely disgusted by it, but I had nothing else to watch today, and I was like, I'll check this movie out and see what it's about. And sure enough, man, just more Hollywood trash teaching guys that it's okay to steal somebody else's chick as long as you're the one that's the good guy. You're not going to be the good guy, guys. So that's all I got. Thanks for watching. I'm Harry Wilmington, and I'll catch you guys on probably some other rant that I do. I'm out. Peace.
You's a bad boy, but you can't stop, won't stop. You a high-earning, high-value, high-class man. You a high-earning, high-value, high-class man. You a high-earning, high-value, high-class man. You a high-class man. You a high-class man. You a high-earning, high-value, high-class man. You a